this lesson, I'll be teaching you how to light exterior or outdoor environments. So let's get started. So I'm going to make a new project. Go into games, blank, and enable ray tracing. I'm going to name this exterior scene and click on create. Now I'm going to go into the project settings, into rendering, and I'm going to enable use hardware ray tracing when available, and will enable a few plugins. So I'll enable the movie render queue, and also I'll enable the sun position calculator and hit restart. Also, I'm going to go into the Epic launcher and we will get our environment by going into the marketplace. Search for rural and click on the free options and get this rural Australia, add to project, find your project here, the exterior scene, add to project, and there we have it. We have our project set up so we can start working now. So in the content drawer, let's go into the rural Australia folder, go into maps, and we'll be working in the example 01. So I'll duplicate this map and I'll name the 01 underscore lighting and open this map up. Now we want to get rid of all of the lighting in this map, so let's go into the outliner and we have our directional light, our height fog, skylight. You can also get rid of the post process and the reflection capture, and you can delete this. Also, if you click on the sky, we have the BP sky, delete this as well. Now we have gotten rid of all of the lights. Let's make our own. Lighting exteriors is very easy. All you need to do is you need to go into window and open the environment light mixer. And over here you have everything you need to create a proper outdoor scene. So you can create the skylight, the atmospheric light, the sky atmosphere, volumetric clouds, and height fog. And you're pretty much done. You have created everything you need. All you might want to go into the height fog and enable volumetric fog, or you can disable it over here, whatever you want. You could also decrease the fog density or increase it. If you don't want any fog, just set the fog density to 0. So I'll leave this like this, and we can also control the volumetric fog from our directional light. If we go down into the scattering intensity, volumetric scattering intensity, and reduce this, you can also set this to 0 if you want, or you can increase this, whatever you need. So right now I'll decrease it, and we have a basic lighting setup already done. So I'm gonna add a post-process volume and go down and make this unbound, and into exposure I can change the mode to manual, remove apply exposure, and now we can basically just move the light around, and this is like 90% complete already. We don't need to do anything, you just need to adjust a few settings. So if you hold on control and also press L on your keyboard, you can rotate your light just using the mouse. move it around however you want. So you just want to find a good rotation for your light, something like this. Let's go over here and then also a few settings we can go over in the directional light. So one setting you have, if you scroll down, you have the light shaft. So if you enable the light shaft occlusion and shaft bloom, you can see what this does. This gives you God rays if you're looking towards the sun, like this. This can be an effect that's pretty cool if this is what you're looking for. Also, another thing I want to tell you guys is if you go into the sky atmosphere, if you want an overcast look, all you need to do is you need to go down and find the my scattering scale. And if you start increasing this, you'll start to get an overcast look to your scene. So this is a way to get your scene to look like it's overcast. So you can adjust these values here in the my scattering. So I'll reset this and this is basically done. Uh, but I'm going to teach you how to light your exteriors in a different way as well. So another thing we can do is if we go down into our lights and we enable the plugin so we have a sun and sky system. If we drag this in and we can see we already have a skylight, directional light and sky atmosphere. So we'll delete our sky atmosphere, our skylight and our directional light. And in post processing, let's reset this, remove all of these so we can see what's happening. And now if we go into our sun and sky system, we basically have control. We can use real world values to control our time. So we have the location wherever you want this to be. Also, you have the time zone and you have the solar time. You can just drag this around to change the time of day, as you can see. This is another simple way to light your scenes. All you need to add is once you add this, you just need some volumetric clouds and height fog, and you're completely done. Also, another thing you can do is if you want to make your shadows darker, if you have your skylight, you can reduce the intensity of your skylight depending on if you want darker shadows or lighter shadows. If you increase your skylight intensity, you'll have lighter shadows. So if I make this 2, you'll have even lighter shadows. So it depends on what kind of look you want. And this is pretty much it for exterior lighting. Exterior lighting is some of the easiest lighting you can do because all you need is just one sunlight and Unreal Engine takes care of the rest. With Lumen, you have your global illumination, you have your bounce lighting, you use volumetric skies for your sky and your height fog for fog, and that's the only thing you want is you just want to control the direction of your light to find good shadows. So I'll delete the sun sky and bring back the environment like light mixer and create our elements that we deleted and also enable the exposure, fixed exposure, and now we can make the scene look how we want. So in the skylight, if we make this 0, we have really dark shadows. And if we make this brighter, we have light shadows. So something like zero 0.5, something like this looks good. And you can just render the scene out.